Episode 4: The Cursed Brothers.
The night was silent, the forest drowned in shadows, with only the sound of leaves rustling in the cold wind. Slinger had gone deep into the jungle to train, determined to push his limits after his battle with 12. His body was worn, but his spirit burned brighter than ever. Yet, unknown to him, vengeance was already stalking in the dark. 13, the brother of the 12th, had been waiting, more cunning, more dangerous, and far more enraged. Unlike his sibling, 13 did not simply fight, he hunted. Hatred seethed within him, not just for Slinger, but for all of humanity. His younger brother had fallen, and that wound tore him apart. Now, nothing would soothe his rage except Slinger's death. The ambush came without warning. A blade of pure shadow sliced through the night, forcing Slinger to defend himself instantly. The clash echoed through the forest as sparks of shadow and steel lit up the darkness. 13's attacks were relentless, each strike fueled by his hatred, each movement sharper, faster, deadlier than his brother's. But this was not just a battle of blades, it was a battle of wills. For every strike 13 unleashed, Slinger and 14 pushed back harder. They stumbled, they bled, they fell, but every time they fell, they rose again. In the midst of the fight, one of 13's strikes tore through Slinger's hand, severing a finger. Pain surged through him, but 14's fusion surged forward, restoring it as their bond deepened. The fusion reached 10%, and their power began to feel alive, pulsating like a second heartbeat. Still, 13 was overwhelming. His cunning pushed Slinger to the brink of defeat, forcing him to fight with every ounce of strength he had left. And then, as the fight reached its peak, 13 faltered. The shadows around him trembled, and suddenly his past came rushing back. He remembered his life before the darkness. He and 12 had been orphans, broken, yet bound by loyalty and love. 13 had been adored by the villagers. 12 had been trusted by all. But when a crime shook the village, the two brothers were accused unjustly. Hatred and fear spread like wildfire, and without proof, the villagers condemned them. Betrayed by the very people they trusted, they were executed in cold blood, their souls twisted in agony, swallowed by the Shadow King, who preyed on their broken hearts. He poisoned their pain, transforming their loyalty into disloyalty, their love into hatred. As shadows, they slaughtered the village that had betrayed them, erasing everything in vengeance. Now, standing at the edge of defeat, the 13 saw those memories flash before his eyes. His blade trembled, his hatred flickered. Slinger, sensing his pain, stepped forward. Instead of delivering the final blow in silence, he reached out, grabbed XII's hand, and with tears in his eyes whispered through the bond of souls, "You both are the best."
For the first time since their deaths, the brothers felt warmth again. Z's face softened, and beside him, Shi's shadow appeared briefly, both smiling faintly through the darkness. Their bodies dissolved into light, the heavy curse breaking. From their fading souls emerged something extraordinary, a fused soul. Two gems bound together, glowing with a brilliance no shadow could hold. As the crystal drifted toward Slinger, it was absorbed into Civ. The power transformed instantly, shaping into twin blades, one a sleek katana, the other a jagged blade, both cloaked in shadows with veins of crimson light. The night slowly began to break. The first rays of the sun pierced the horizon, washing the battlefield in faint gold. But peace did not last. A dark message surged through the forest, carried by the voice of Shi, the next shadow. 2 nights from now, we fight. The words burned into the air before exploding into fragments of shadow, vanishing like smoke. Slinger tightened his grip on his new blades. He knew the battles ahead would only grow darker, the enemies more powerful. Yet, as the sun rose behind him, he felt the bond with 14 grow stronger, for even in the deepest shadows, a light had begun to shine.